Hey, this is Elliot Dean at Dean Guitars, and you heard it on the X.
Hi, folks. Welcome back. Elliot Dean bringing us back. Elliot Dean responsible for the Bret Micheals guitar.
Bret Micheals!
That's right. That's right.
Kim loves Bret Micheals more than she loves us.
Josh, I'm glad you're here. I'm afraid what would be going on if your mother wasn't here with us.
She loves Bret Micheals more than she loves us.
We're going to have the music news. I want to remind everybody again, this Friday is the day. The concert that never was, the great rock raffle, Zoso, the ultimate Led Zeppelin experience, back to the bars, all at the new remodeled Club Paradise. And Ross brought up something in the break, and I forgot to mention it. I'm so glad he did. We are actually bringing in concert quality sound. APG has been nice enough to donate their services to this, all for juvenile diabetes. Those are the guys, if you don't know, who's APG? How are these guys? Those are guys who do sound at Art Park.
Yeah.
So they did ZZ Top, and they did Leonard Skinner, and they did Ted Nugent, Cheap Trick.
All the Tuesday concerts like the Trues, OAR.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the guys that are doing sound for this thing. This is going to be the coolest event ever held in the world, ever.
Yeah, Dan Beckley's been nice enough, and Mike Maroff, Club Paradise manager, is going to let us clear his stuff out, just to put this in for this show. So that's really cool.
He's actually going to let us trash a hotel room too.
Yeah,
Maybe you should cancel your gig, Jay, because
absolutely.
I don't know if Mike even knows this, but I think we got to talk to him. And I had a few drinks with him the other day, and I said, "What about trashing a hotel room, throwing some TVs out the window, a la 70s stuff?" You in on that, Josh?
I'm always trashing stuff. You
exactly.
Know that. So I'm accidentally trashing stuff, but sure, I'm down to purposefully trash some stuff.
All right, let's go to music news.
Okay, music news. I've talked to you, about jam bands, and, you're not a big fan of the 20-minute, 30-minute song. Flaming Lips just recorded. Now, these are the people who have come out. They've done some,
Let me just preface this, though. The reason why I'm not a fan of the jam band 20-minute, 30-minute song, if it's George Benson playing guitar, I can take it.
But
If it's the Grateful Dead, where you have, no offense to Grateful Dead people, and I don't want a ton of emails, they're not the most brilliant musicians that have ever walked the face of the earth. I don't want to hear a major scale for 20 minutes on a guitar. No offense. I mean, do you agree?
Yes.
There's very few guitar players that can play, or piano players or whatever, that can keep your interest that long,
Now, the Flaming Lips, they've done some, out there stuff. A couple years ago, they came out with a 4-CD set that was meant to be played on 4 stereos simultaneously. So they've done some out there stuff. They just finished recording a 6-hour-long song. It is called "I Found This Star on the Ground." It is going to be released soon
on 2 discs.
I don't know.
It
might be like it might be a MP3 format. I didn't.
How long is a disc?
Usually a disc it's like 90 minutes, so like an hour and a half. So I mean, it'd have to be. I'm guessing it's going to be something viral.
Be a big seller.
But it also it can't be viral because it also comes with a strobe light toy that you are supposed to turn on when you start the 6-hour-long song and your acid trip. Apparently, I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
And so 6-hour Flaming Lips song.
You could use that as an intro, start the show at noon, and use it as an intro for Heard It on the X show.
Yeah.
He said that it's a mix between Velvet Underground meets Super Mario Brothers.
You know what, dude? If you put on Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, and you wait till
you watched episode 13 of SpongeBob,
you got to wait for the third lion's roar, and then you start the disc. Wow. That's unbelievable.
Pass that over, will you?
Oh, my God.
I'm writing a good song. That's what I want.
Write a 5-minute song.
Yeah,
That's
just a
good.
real song.
Take the best parts of that 6 hours and just cram it into 5 minutes.
The funny thing is, I bet you could take that whole 6 hours and still not get a 5-minute song out of it. Especially with those morons.
You know what? I'm devastated right now.
Why?
The voice that told me my body is a wonderland may never be again.
She's going to jump across the thing?
Have you heard it?
What?
Have you heard this?
John Mayer's voice is screwed up?
He has been diagnosed with inflamed nodules. He was almost finished recording his new album that was due out by the end of the year.
It's because he's dirty. That's how he got those inflamed nodules.
He's got to put it on hold. The album was called Born and Raised, and he had to cancel a couple tour dates he had out west in Vegas and in L.A. Because of this inflamed nodule problem. He's got doctors working on him. He said that he is going to tour and record again, but for the foreseen future, he can't sing
Wow, it's interesting.
Because of
I wonder if he got that from kissing Jessica Simpson.
He'll be fine, though. I mean, Ozzy had them a bunch of times throughout his career, so he'll be fine. They're just making a big story out of that. I think he'll be fine.
But I just hope...
Good pre-publicity for the album.
Yeah.
I really want him to serenade me again with that beautiful voice, so...
Why, Georgia, why?
Why? I don't...
He's another one that annoys me, too.
You probably don't know who this is, because I barely know who this is, but the rapper B.O.B., Jim probably knows. Is it pronounced B.O.B. or Bob?
B.O.B.
B.O.B. Okay.
With periods in between.
He was in Ithica.
Sponge before that, or no? Just Bob?
Just Bob.
I've heard Sponge by rap.
Have you?
Yeah.
Remember that episode he started the band? That was a great one. I love that. Last week, B.O.B. was in a bar in Ithica, New York, just a couple hours up the road.
Oh, yeah.
He decided to walk out on a $1,000 and $1,060 bar tab that he just bailed on.
Yeah, I heard about this.
That's nice of him.
Do you know who I am? I'm Bob.
I'm Bob.
I'm not paying this. I'm Bob.
Was Marshawn Lynch with him by chance?
No, he was taking $20 for Bob's grandma. R.E.M. broke up this week.
I heard about that.
Are you sad after 3 decades?
No, but they're an interesting band. They deserve a lot of credit.
They said that they did it amicably and they did it as lifelong friends, and they feel accomplished or feel proud of what they've accomplished, and they're going to walk away with a feeling of gratitude and pride.
Yeah, they should.
I smell a 2015 reunion tour.
Yeah, reunion tour. Yeah, they were a good band. I mean, they're like U2 to me. I'm not a huge U2 fan, but it seems like every album there's 2 or 3 songs that I like. But I don't consider myself a U2 fan. And R.E.M. is the same way. And I think they touched on a lot of social conscious stuff. I think at a time that nobody really was, it was kind of fluffy music. And
I like that. Stand in a place where you live. Yeah. I like that song.
Yeah. That's good. I like the way you sing it, too.
Because I stand because sometimes I stand in places where...
Shiny, happy people here in Buffalo today, right?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, I know you're not a big fan of Jimmy Fallon either. I'm just going through your list of people, people that annoy you. Yeah. Jimmy Fallon does some cool stuff with musicians. He's sang with Bruce Springsteen.
And actually, he's pretty talented.
Yeah, and he's done some Neil Young stuff where he's a... I wave my hair back and forth.
One of the funniest things that he does is the Saturday Night Live thing, and they had him back because Justin Timberlake hosted again, and Justin Timberlake is immensely talented. Even if you're not into his music, that is a kid that floors me. He's really, really immensely talented, and they do that Bee Gees talk show.
Oh yeah,
he's Barry Gibb. Yeah, and I think Robbie.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah,
it is really hilarious.
But Jimmy Fallon, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon announced Pink Floyd Week, which will be coming up. Artists Pearl Jam, the Foo Fighters. And a bunch to be named later will be doing Pink Floyd songs every night, and they will also have guests. Robert Gilmore, Roger Waters and Nick Mason will be joining the show.
Oh, really?
And cool. Roger Waters is also going to perform in the flesh from the wall.
Nice. What day is that? Friday?
This is going to be all week. Waters is going to be on the show Monday, so tomorrow. I believe it's this week that it's starting.
Are they all doing stuff off the wall? Because that's the first song. Off the wall.
Roger Waters is doing In the Flesh. I know that they said.
That'd be cool if they did that. If he started with In the Flesh.
Oh, MGMT is going to be there. They're going to do Lucifer Sam. The Shins are going to be doing Breathe. I'm not familiar with the Shins. Dierks Bentley is going to be doing. I believe they said Wish You Were Here.
Oh, yeah.
And then Pearl Jam's doing one. I'm not sure what it is. But, yeah, it's going to be Pink Floyd Week. So he does some cool stuff with bands. And he just recently did another one of those skits where he sang with someone, and I don't remember who it was.
The Springsteen one is hilarious. The one that you were talking about where he was Neil Young and Bruce was... And Bruce... Obviously, Bruce thought enough of him because I think that was the only press that he did for The Promise was the hour-long Jimmy Kimmel show.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel is what we're talking about, right?
No, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, that's his name, yeah. That's how important he is to
All
me.
the Jimmys.
Yeah. Okay, We're at the end of another fantastic show, but I got to take a couple seconds of your time and remind you, if you need any musical gear, call me at Rich's Music Exchange in Hamburg, 646-6240. Email me at richesmusicexchange.com. All the kids are back in school doing the school band stuff. It's a very confusing time. We can sort all that out. We have all the supplies. We do all the repairs that you need on any instrument you got. So whether it's a clarinet or whether it's a guitar, come see us. Don't forget about next Friday, Zoso, the Ultimate Led Zeppelin Experience to benefit juvenile diabetes. I want to thank all you guys for coming down, and we will see you next week after the show. I think the hangover will be over, right?
The party won't be over, but
no,
we're
going to be throwing TVs out. Mike's going to love us.
I'm going to throw this computer out this window next week, Jim.
Heck yeah. Remember, folks, if you heard it on the X.